Welcome to a video where I thought I was going to do one thing and I'm going to do another thing. I actually thought that this was going to be a video where I showed you my newest finished object, which is this one, the Omu t-shirt by Kid Couture. And I guess I am, because I'm doing it now, but I'm doing it after the fact. In the start of the video you'll see this blocking, and yeah, I have worn it once. It's a little warm because it's just mostly sock yarns, so it's mostly merino, a tiny bit of nylon. And this is the Knitting for Olive merino. The black one is Aveta by Filcolana, and the variegated one is a hedgehog fibers sock yarn. It's actually super comfortable right now. When it's like 15 degrees out, maybe, it's actually quite nice. But yeah, I did it in a small size because the sample I tried on was this size, but that was done in a much drapier yarn, the cotton merino by Knitting for Olive. And so that fit completely different. So this is like a baby tee kind of fit, which I'm not completely mad at, but I don't know, sometimes you're just not in the mood for that kind of thing, you know? So I ended up not doing what I thought I wanted to do, but hey, you know, that happens quite often, actually. I thought I would immediately cast on a similar to this project, also from Stash, with stripes, just a top-down one. This one, again, I'm gonna say this for the third time in this video already, Knitting for Olive. But they're a pattern of theirs called the Rib Tee, I think. I'm going on a small holiday very soon, and I needed an appropriate project to bring with me so I can, you know, pick it up and put it down and not have to carry 15 balls of yarn, and being able to socialize while knitting and all that good stuff. So in this vlog you will see me cast on and finish a project and also start a bunch of new things because I love playing with my yarn stash. And then the vacation project will be next video. Was that everything? There's some footage at the beginning from a museum that I went to, and they had a weaving exhibition of a famous Danish weaver and textile artist called Anna Thomasen. And there was this whole section with that showed her the different plant materials that she used to dye all her wool yarns. That was kind of interesting. Very nice that a big museum takes on an exhibition like that and a subject matter like that. So that's cool. But now I'm gonna leave you to it. Enjoy the video, I hope, and I'm gonna go get ready for work. Okay, enjoy. I'm also swatching for a ranunculus because I've never made a ranunculus, and I have just, I don't know, I'm curious. And after I just spent a month on 3mm needles, my hands and arms are sort of in the mood for 6mm. And I've just been having a lot of fun watching various YouTubers rant or rave about the ranunculus. I've actually had the pattern for I printed it out when it first came out. It was actually a free download, and it was a one size thing. And so that's what I have. I've just been keeping it all these years, thinking that maybe one day I would make one. I would want to make a long sleeved one, and I would want it to be a summer version because it's gotten hot here. But as is typical with me these days, I wanted to make it from stash. So I'm just swatching here. First bit, I striped the 2 Itokino silk yarns. Oh, I didn't stripe them, I mauled them. I think it's a little too much, and it's not summery at all. The next one, I just did 1 strand of Især Bomullin, which is a cotton and linen blend. I think it just looks dull, and then I tried mixing the navy blue kino with the Bomullin. It's better, but I'm just not a blue person, and this just screams, you know, denim or something, and I'm just so far from a denim person, like a blue jeans kind of person. But what I'm thinking is that I could maybe over dye it. I think I would just knit it and then dye it, right? Because if I want long sleeves, I don't have enough of the navy blue. I don't have enough of either of them. If I want to double strand it and do long sleeves, even though I do have another cone of the blue. So I'm still just in the swatching era. I think it's just because it's hot right now, and I just really fancy a really loose knit, because this wool t-shirt is not gonna cut it. Okay, we'll see what happens. So I don't know if what I said before was actually true or not, because I looked in my library on Ravelry, and it said that I purchased this pattern in 2020, which I definitely did not do. I know I've had it for longer. Also, the email address that it said that was connected to my PayPal is I definitely did not have that email address in 2020, so I don't know what's going on. But I think if I'm going to cast this on, I'm just gonna go with the printed out version that I've had forever. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. And yeah, I didn't really like the choices of yarn I had, but I actually do have one yarn that's really popular with this pattern. There's more than 500 projects using this, and it's Drops Bell, which is everywhere. It's not registered in my stash, but if you may have seen a video on my channel where I bought it in order to make a tunic called Kelp that I cast on. I knit 10 centimeters on and then just never picked up again, because I don't think I want a knit tunic right now anyway. So maybe I should just make a ranunculus in Drops Bell. How original. Looking wonderfully sloppy. I like it. So I went for short rows on both the back and the front. I don't think I've ever tried that before. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to do it as is, I think. So I'm just gonna keep doing it as the pattern says, except if I find anything that I don't want, then I'm gonna change it. But this is gonna be a nice break after spending a month exactly on knitting a t-shirt. It's gonna be really great to make one in a couple of days. Yay. So I just got in and I found out that I left my project bag with the ranunculus at work. So what am I gonna do? I look a mess, sorry. I've just been working all day. And then the bike ride home is half an hour. But since I don't have the ranunculus with me, and I won't be going into work tomorrow. But today I've been wearing this thing that I made last year. It's just a cotton top based on a Knitting for Olive pattern called the Lima top that I actually quite like. So what I think I'm gonna do is just look through my cotton stash and see what I can find, and then cast on something new. And maybe this will be my vacation knitting. Yes. All right, guys. Here are some piles of cotton yarn that I found. I don't know exactly how many meters I'm gonna need, but around 600, 700 meters. So I made a pile of bluish ones. I don't own very many blue clothes, so that might be kind of nice as an option. And then I have this a little muted, moody yellows and purples with one variegated in it. Kind of nice. And then a light beigey butter yellow type, maybe without the pink in the middle. So again, as with the blue, I don't have a lot of light colors in my wardrobe, so that might be cute. I could also just be chaotic and just mix them all together because they kind of look cool. I kind of like all of them together. I am going to eat dinner, I think, and think a little bit about this. I love playing with my stash yarn. It's so much fun. Right now I'm feeling these or something with these, but I think I will stick with these actually. Maybe drop the purple. Just do that. And then I don't even know which pattern I'm gonna use. I was thinking about taking another Knitting for Olive pattern that's called the Palma top. It has a little texture, so I would need to make a little swatch. But I need my dinner. And now you can't see anything. I just cast on 242 stitches. I think I settled on, or for now, I settled on the Ananke top by Audrey Barreco. In the sort of dark and blue colors, because otherwise it would just look too much like something I had already. But it's not a very good idea to be casting on, because I just finished that t-shirt on a 3mm and my hands and wrists are still hurting. And now it's already almost my bedtime, completely dark outside. My plan for this is, and this might change, it has this chevron border at the bottom. It's bottom up. I'm going to do that in the dark, and then I'm going to stripe the rest of the top. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, a few days have passed, and I'm finally done this textured yoke. I mean, it's nothing difficult, it's nothing hard. It's just slightly annoying to knit these with the loop things. Not my favorite. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue now so I can have this in my wardrobe. I also I've just been starting new things since I found out that all of Audrey Barrego's patterns are available for free. I sort of couldn't help myself, so I cast on for this one. This is a really cute textured top with a lace and cable design, and I couldn't really decide which yarn I was going to use because I didn't really feel like I had anything that would work perfectly. I could have done my black wool cotton by Rowan, but I would only have enough to do the size 1, and that would be a size too small. So I ended up digging through my bag of yarns that I have listed for sale on a Danish app called Recraft. Since they have been updating the app, so I don't have access to it right now. And I've had 9 balls of this yarn for sale for quite a while, and it didn't sell. So I thought I might as well just reclaim it. It's this really cool vegan yarn. It's a cotton and lyocell blend, I think, by Kremke, and it's in this beautiful brassy color. I already made one sweater with this before. It was the Peacock by Lene Holmes Samsø, and I really enjoy the cool feeling of the yarn on my skin, so I think this is going to make a really nice top. Anyway, I just couldn't help myself. I don't know, I'm in a casting on mood. But it would also be nice to get something done, so we're gonna work on the Ranunculus and watch Spider Noir. I just finished dividing for the raglan and I'm 7 stitches short. Oh well. I'm running into so many knots. I can't really complain too much about it because this yarn is so cheap. It is still a little annoying. So every time I come across a knot in the skein, I tug on both sides and see if it's secure. And if it is, I just leave it in, whatever. But I also wanted to show a few ways of joining in a new ball of yarn when you run out of the one you're currently knitting with. Because this is such a loose gauge knit, you don't want to have to weave in too many ends. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to that once I run out of this one. Alright, so it's I don't know if it's gonna be a little difficult to see, it may be. I'm almost at the end of the raglan shaping, so this is my 3rd skein. I tried a different join whenever I switched skeins the first time, but that was one where you braided the new one in, and I don't think that worked very well at all. Maybe I'm just not very good at doing that. But now I'm gonna try and do my first ever Russian join. So we gotta split the yarn. Are we gonna split the yarn? No, we're not gonna split the yarn. Maybe I should have watched a tutorial. How is a Russian join made? Why have I been knitting for so many years without ever having done a Russian join? It's something like that, right? And so a needle and sort of weave it back into itself. Wow, that's impossible to see. I don't think I'm gonna show this on camera. I'll try and fix it and I'll report back to you with the results. Okay, so I just want to address the issue that I was a few stitches short and now 6 stitches short. I have split for the arms and body, and I didn't cast on any more than recommended down here because I didn't want the sleeves to get any bigger. They already have the recommended amount of stitches. But what I'm going to do now on this round on the body, I'm going to add 3 stitches to my stitch count, and I'm going to add them right here underneath the armhole, so they're not going to be that visible. And I was thinking the best way to do it would be, can you see, would just be to add 3 yarn overs, yarn over, knit, knit, yarn over, knit, knit, yarn over, and then just continue all the way around to the next underarm and do the same. And then when I come back around, then I will just knit these yarn overs through the back loop so there won't be any holes. And as for the joining in the new ball, I ended up not doing the Russian join. That does not work for me with the drop spell because it's too loosely plied. So what I ended up doing was a surgeon's knot, a surgeon's join, and yeah, I just found a video. It was so super simple and it feels very secure. So I think that's what I'm gonna do from now on. So I can show you next time on the next ball, I guess. I don't know what's going on with me right now, but I I didn't even finish my Ranunculus. I didn't get any further on my other projects that I cast on like this last week or two. And then all of a sudden I just started crocheting granny squares for an Ariana cardigan. Is that what it's called? Yes. I really don't know why, but so I guess here's my granny square cardigan. Yes, the pattern says to do it on a 3.75mm hook. I got gauge on a 5mm, and I'm using a variety of stash yarns. Some Rowan felted tweed, some Sandnesgarn alpaca ull, Rowan Kid Classic, I love it. Brooklyn tweed shelter, more Kid Classic. And these are some yarns that I reclaimed from that to sell bag that I had. So there was the alpaca wool, and I have a lot of Brooklyn tweed loft in this color. Is it called Long Johns or something? No, that's wool socks. That I was actually going to sell because I'm not super into this rusty red anymore, but I thought it might be nice to connect all of these with that. Who knows? I need to make 40 something squares and 14 or so triangles or half squares. And that's not going to happen right now. But I did all of these just in a few hours this afternoon. So I'm playing around with sort of the color placements because I have varying amounts of the yarns. But I don't know why, but I just apparently feel like I have to cast on all the things right now. Yeah. Well, at least I'm having a good time. I'll use this skein of arbor as well. I have quite a lot of arbor in my stash, but this is the only single skein, and it matches sort of the vibe, I think. And it's the color Nightfall. It's the first day of summer today. It's the 1st of June, so what a day to pick to start crocheting a woolen cardigan on a 5mm hook. Yes. My hands are hurting. I knit and crochet all the time. But I don't think that I'm gonna stop. I just think I'm gonna go. Go. I was just sitting here thinking, these are such luxury fibers, and I've just been holding on to them for years. Yeah, Brooklyn Tweed, they don't even make yarn anymore, and I've got all these lovely, beautiful wool yarns, and I'm actually really happy that I found something to use them for. So now I can put them to good use. And also these Rowan yarns. Kid Classic was just my all-time favorite at one point. And I've just been holding on to these few skeins that I have left of it. So I don't know if you know, but I work at a yarn store, and the stock in a store evolves, and we don't stock Rowan anymore. We don't stock Brooklyn tweed anymore, and they don't even make yarn anymore. We don't carry the alpaca wool anymore. So these are just, yarns that are not readily available to me anymore. And I think I've been sort of scared of using them. Also because the Kid Classic was originally for a pair of mittens called Jodie's mittens that I just always wanted to make, but I don't really want to anymore. They were just, when I saw them for the first time years ago, I just had to buy the yarn for them, and I never got around to making them. And I wouldn't even want them today, I think. So, and the loft that I'm going to use to join everything is, I was actually about to sell it because I thought I was over this color, but I still love it. I mean, it's so beautiful. Look at it. I actually got it to make a sweater for my mom at one point, but she was just like, well, no, don't spend your time on me, you like, okay. Also, she doesn't really wear hand knits all that much, except for socks and hats. So then I just have all of this. I had felted tweed for a whole Fair Isle project at one point, but I actually sold most of it because I find felted tweed kind of itchy. But this, I mean, it's gonna be a throw-over cardigan thing, so I think it's gonna be fine. And this I didn't even buy myself. I got it from a friend of mine who just didn't want it anymore. And it's a beautiful color and it works well. So I have lots of different yarn weights here, but in crochet I think it works fine in granny squares, So I think I have enough. I should have enough. I just wound up that arbor skein, and I don't know why, man. In this summer heat, I got excited about this woolly project, but I just haven't been able to put the crochet hook down. Also, blue. What's going on? I mean, I'm in a blue phase, and I almost never like anything blue. I just don't really see blue. It's like I don't register anything. If it's blue, I just don't really care. Unless it's a really specific kind of blue. But all of a sudden, I'm into blue. I even wore a standard light blue colored shirt the other day, and I loved it. What's wrong with me? Who am I? Oh, this is so nice. Oh, I love Kid Classic. Another couple of days have passed. I got a sore thumb because the first day I did like 12 whole squares and some half squares, and yeah. So I was working yesterday, so I luckily didn't have time to ruin my hands any further. So what I've done now is I done the two little itty quarter squares that go in the bottom front of the cardigan, because you have to, like, one of these is the number one. You have to begin with one of these when you start joining. And as I said, I have this loft that I would actually like to connect all of them with, but it's slightly thinner. It's a lighter weight than most of the other yarns. So I was looking at work, trying to think, what could I hold with it if I want to hold anything with it? I was thinking about Isa's Alpaca 1, because they have a color that's very close to this, that's called 33. And there's already some alpaca in there's alpaca in the alpaca wool, and there's mohair in the Kid Classic. But then I remembered that I already have this in my stash. The silk from Ito. And it's like a perfect color match. And it's even tweedy. So what I was going to do now is I would that's why I did these quarter squares, because I want to test it out and see what it looks like. I just hope I have enough. I have 2 partial cones. That's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Them about it. Why wouldn't you collaborate with Patagonia on a merch line and condone their performance as part of the collective effort?
And I always think how great it makes.
Yeah, I think I like it. It feels a little stiff, but I think if I omit the silk, then it's just gonna be too thin, like on these 2 red things here. That's just the loft without anything added, and then up here we added it. So I think that's the plan so far. And I also got buttons. They're a little smaller than the pattern says, but I don't think I'm ever going to button this. So these will just be purely for decoration. And they look more blue in the shop, but I think they still go, because this whole look of this color scheme is it's a little dark, but with pops of color. So I think they look good. Yes. Ja, fordi perlerne har samme farve som garn. Men så skal jeg bytte den her til en anden farve, for der er flere af de beige farver derovre, der vil være flot.
Ja.
Og den her 824.
Denne farve synes jeg også er flot til dig.
Det er den også.
Den kan jeg bedre lide end den der.
Ja, det er bare fordi, jeg tror, jeg blev så fascineret af, at den havde det der, at den lidt ligner uld, den her.
Ja.
Right, so this is an update on the Ranunculus. I just bound off the body. I think I like it. I think it looks good. I'm wearing it over a dress. It's hitting me right about at my belly button. And I think it's kind of neat. Now I'm just wondering if I should just bind off and leave it as a sleeveless thing or make sleeves. I don't know. It really feels good. I really like this yarn actually. It's super soft and nice. Do I want to make sleeves? I think I want to make sleeves. But I don't mind it like this actually. Maybe I'll do another one. Who knows? Okay. Okay, so I am this far down on the sleeve. Can you see? I don't know. This is like 6 inches or something like that. And I just ran out of my 4th ball of Bill. No, not Bill. Yeah, Bill. Bill? Yes. I just ran out of my 4th ball of yarn. And so now I thought I could show you the technique that I have been using to join in a new ball on this project. I'll link the video that I learned this technique from down below. It was just a couple of minutes long and super quick and easy, and we'll see if I remember how it was done. So you take the end of your old skein here, and then the end of the new one. You take the end from the old, put across here, and below, and on top again.
It looks like that. I'll just take it up here a little bit. There. Then this end over this and under here. So there's like a normal knot on top of this little twisty knot. We just grab everything, pull, and tighten. And then, find where I put the scissors. Snip off the ends. Can you see? No. Can you see? Yeah. And it came apart. Why did it come apart when I filmed it? It has not come apart.
So I am going to try and show you this again because I failed the first time. Oh god. Okay, so you should just go and watch the video that I learned this from. It was called, what's the channel name? Little John's Yarn? Little John's Yarn. Yep. And I'm just going to watch it again to be sure. Okay. Okay, so you start with the left one. Yeah, you start with the left one. This is my new ball. This is actually the kelp tunic that I unraveled. So there we go. This is it. And the end of my old one here. I'm going to take this one, put it over here, and up again. This one over here, and under, and over, and then tighten. I hope this works. It worked all the other times that I tried it. It was just that when I tried showing it on camera before, it didn't work. So let's hope it works now. Snip. Yes, it's fine. Great. It's so simple and I don't know why I can never remember. I've watched this video maybe 10 times. Okay. Well, I learned something. Maybe you did too. I'm on the final bit of the second sleeve. I only have a few short rows and an I-cord bind off to go. And this is what I have left of my 5th skein, I believe. I have a 6th one, but wouldn't it be cool if I could finish it with the 5 and not have to open the 6th one. I only have the I-cord to go now. Eek. We have arrived. I finally finished my Ranunculus. And I'm pretty happy with it. It didn't take me a couple of days, it took me like 2 weeks. But also I did all that other stuff in between. I used exactly 5 skeins of drop spill. I was really playing yarn chicken with the last sleeve. But I ended up having 3 grams left of the 5th skein. So I have a whole skein left still in my stash. I don't know what I should do with. This yarn feels super nice on the skin. It really does have that cooling effect that I hear about. It's also because of the loose gauge, of course. It's just, it feels so lightweight. I really like it. And the fit itself, I actually made it exactly as the pattern says. I did it, as I said, as the original one size one, and I think it fits about a size 3 in the new pattern. And I think this works out really well. It's oversized and flowy, but it's not like huge. It's still, the sleeves are quite fitted. So I'm just trying to get a little better footage. This isn't better, but it's here. Okay. And all the mess in the background. And I cut my bangs really short. But that's okay. It kind of feels nice having them off my face. Just gotta get used to. But yeah, whatever. So this is it. I followed the pattern exactly. I don't think I did anything. I don't think I changed a single thing. The needle size, the original pattern size, all the lace details. Oh, something about the stitch count when I reached here. I fudged it a bit, but I think I came back to the intended stitch count. And then I just did the body. I did the exact measurements recommended here. Maybe a little longer because I just kept going and going and whatever. And the same here, same bind off. I did the shaping on the sleeves, which I really like actually. It's super cute and comfortable, and I think I would definitely knit it again. Also in this yarn, but I was thinking maybe omitting the lace detail that makes it like clearly a ranunculus, but I think it looks really pretty. And especially for me, it's gonna work really well in black, but I always thought that it was just a very basic round yoke, boxy, no nonsense pattern, but it does have some really cute and clever details. Yeah, enjoyable. I didn't particularly love knitting the lace part, but I didn't hate it. So, I mean, this is definitely a win. Yep, first ranunculus that I hadn't even planned on making. Yeah, I think this is gonna come with me when I go on vacation in a week or so. But I still don't know what I will bring to knit on while I'm away. Maybe a bear top. I don't know. Yes, anyway, I guess you'll see some of my travels in my next video. And who knows what else we're gonna get up to. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Maybe you got inspired. Maybe you just think I'm a little silly and you like watching that. I don't know. Anyway, as long as you're being nice, you're very, very, very welcome here. And if you don't like what I do, I totally understand that. And I hope you find something else that'll keep you entertained. Yeah, okay. See you later. Bye.